guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter fuck. And it
M.
is
M.
M. The letter M, yeah.
For myth.
Or Myco, or Muppets. Or...
But not Myco Nutty, because he's a vagina.
He's currently drugging his child. There's a long-standing tradition of humans of drugging your children all the way back to Neanderthals. It used to be opium and laudanum, but you can't just opium or laudanum your baby anymore. So, luckily, Benadryl.
Rocks.
Yeah, before that there was the rocks, but that's why they developed such thick skulls. It's just crack before bedtime. They used to be kind of like a mating call, I guess. It's just hearing the crack of your previous generation's kids all going to sleep. A little season going on, but it really got Mama Ape in the mood. The crack.
Out of the inside wall of the cave.
So, Michael Mythbusters. Let's see. There was the one that we were just talking about in chat earlier. It was that what is more potent, the caps or the stipe?
It's the caps.
It's the same.
It depends. It depends. There was a big study done, and it depends on what part of the grow they're in. Like, as they inflate and grow, different parts of them are slightly more potent than other parts. But once they're fully inflated and mature, then it's equal. It's equal pretty much across the entire thing. And some of them have slightly more psilocybin. Some of them have slightly more like the biositocin or whatever the freaking hell, and all the other crap to it. So different ones, slightly different.
The easy answer to that question is there is no fucking difference.
Yeah, there's no real fucking difference.
It's true to say, though, that mushrooms within the same grow can have different potency.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's in the same
allegedly, people sometimes sell the caps of mushrooms to people that are sure that the caps are twice as potent as the stems.
Yeah, if they want to pay like twice as much or give you their new second born for them, let them, man. Don't get in their way.
Because then you could allegedly sell the stems for normal price for people that are fucking crazy and stupid.
Just grind it up.
You're basically making
fucking pill.
Double dip.
Yeah. People are really, really stupid. Somewhere along the lines, they got the top is the fruit, and the rest of it is just waste product, I guess. Maybe that's where that comes from.
Maybe. I've never seen it at any point that anything would complain about just stems or anybody complaining about just caps. It's always been, no, those are awesome.
Well, I'd rather see like a whole mushroom at least in a bag, because it looks pretty. I don't want to I also don't buy mushrooms, so I wouldn't know. I just always imagine some sweaty, fucking college kid all fucking doped up and looking stupid with red eyes pulling out from his jean jacket this wrinkly fucking sandwich bag.
Jacket?
Yeah.
They still make fucking jean jackets?
Yeah, they do. God damn it. And so from a sandwich bag, his hair all slicked back with pomade. And he's hey,
what the fuck is pomade?
Here's
Real cream.
You want to buy some mushrooms, bro? And you're like, oh, ew. Those are kind of soggy. Why did they come from the gym? Did you wear them? Did you carry them to the gym? Why does this smell like Framunda? Hide them from the cops, man. Don't make it weird. But yeah, that's
boof.
Boofalarium.
Yeah.
Boofalarium.
But anyways, now I didn't even know there was a study about fucking caps and shit while they're in development.
Yep.
I just know that the psilocybin is there. And it's the same. Once a pin is fully formed, that's all the psilocybin is ever going to be in that mushroom. That's why when you eat a couple pins, when you're fucking fruiting, when you're taking the shit off your tubs, you'll get just as fucked up on a quarter, fucking half a gram that you would on 3.
Pins will hit fucking hard.
Yeah, fair
like they can hit fucking hard.
I with your ball down.
I had a fucking cake once, and it just pinned, and all the pins were like a half-inch tall. That was it. They were just super dense, little half-inch fucking pins. I think it was like some PE variety, and they were just like thick little fucking pins, and they just wouldn't go past that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna harvest all of them. Holy shit! Like I was like, I'll just eat a handful of those. Ha!
Have fun.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna probably need to lay down now. Yeah, I think I'm done being upright for a while. Yeah, they'll get ya.
Well, how do you now? I had a good thing, but then I lost it. God damn it! It'll come back to me.
Generally, you're like, you got to buy her breakfast or dinner or something first.
Well, I
remember her name.
I remember her name. Yeah. You, random girl number 5.
Yeah. You good thing over there.
I would never say random girl number 5. I would name them like droids on Star Wars. That'd be like RG5. Give me RG5.
They'll be like, what does RG stand for? Yeah, it's just a number. It's like
randomly glorious.
Yeah, it's like the Dewey Decimal System. There's just numbers.
Yeah. So I wonder how many of these people actually listening right now know what the fuck the Dewey Decimal System is. Do they even still use it?
Yes. Not very many.
Yeah, but how many people have actually used a fucking library?
I don't fucking know.
Well, if they don't go to a library, they're not going to know what the Dewey Decimal System
Everybody's on the phone. They don't go to the library. And I bet they don't even know what it means.
How come I know all this stupid shit then?
Because you're old as fuck, just like me. And we actually had to use the fucking library.
Old as fuck. Fuck you, Phil. That's what
we used to have to go and look in books to find out things.
Right? Jesus. When you had to like go and look up Amazon
and be quiet
so you could see tips.
And sit in silence while we did it.
I wonder,
when we had an Apple computer in the library and all we could play was Oregon Trail, which was absolutely not a game at all.
You now have dysentery.
Yes.
You have broken your leg.
You have committed genocide. Yes. Winner.
You have discovered a pot of gold. Kill all the rest of your tribe? As yes or no?
What a fluffy game.
Yeah.
No, it didn't start like that. But it's like
that was endgame stuff. That was endgame stuff. You had to be really into it at that point.
Yeah. Engage in cannibalism? Yes or no?
Right. Befriend or behead the natives.
Trade your sister.
Public library.
Trade your sister for a new horse.
Yes.
Oregon Trail was rough, yo. Like, a lot of people died actually on the real Oregon Trail, but at least they died doing what they loved, right? Like, trying to go to some mythical place, some dude who was really fucking high on ergot. How do you say it? Ergot, right? Some guy was really high on moldy fucking bread. Thought he saw Jesus and said, everybody go that way into the stormy, nasty mountains, and we'll eventually find a place with a big lake called Utah. And then everybody was like, oh, you mean Oregon? It was like, nah, they'll never know. We'll just stop here. I mean, no, you can't drink the fucking water because it's saltier than the ocean, but fuck it. There's not a single fish that lives in here. Yeah, good enough. And then they became Mormons. The end.
Sounds like a love story.
It's a better love story than fucking Twilight. Oh shit! You know what I watched recently that hits totally different now than it did when it released, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a completely different movie now, if you look at it through glasses now than when it was when it released. It's like, Jenny, why'd you give me the AIDS, Jenny? You know, it's like, but she's like, but fucking Forrest, right? Like, okay, Forrest loved one fucking woman his whole life, right? He was true to her his whole life. Like, named everything after Jenny and like held out for her and simped fucking super hard for Jenny. And then what did Jenny do? Jenny ran around until she was wore the fuck out. Like her shit was like roast beef fucking curtains, and she was infected with a shitload of deadly STDs. Then she came back and threw a bone at him and killed it. Right?
Wait, but Forrest didn't die though.
He got AIDS. Tell me there's a difference.
He didn't get AIDS?
Yeah.
When did Forrest get AIDS?
Jenny died of AIDS. And Jenny and Forrest were humping like crazy.
I don't think you're right. Just because you keep saying Jenny doesn't mean it's right.
Jenny, why'd you give me AIDS, Jenny? All right, let's ask fucking Google. All right, hold on a second. Okay, Google.
Did Forrest catch AIDS from Jenny?
Okay, Google. Did Forrest Gump catch AIDS from Jenny?
Jenny.
Jenny.
What the fuck does that even have to do with? God, I hate this thing. Did Forrest Gump catch AIDS from Jenny? So, okay, Reddit has a big theory about it.
Oh, I bet it does. That sounds completely natural.
No, okay, so it says now from the official website it says nothing in the movie denotes that Forrest has AIDS, though the film keeps Jenny's diagnosis purposely vague.
Yeah. We all know that she got the fucking HIV, but I mean, what? She fucking molested fucking Forrest one time, and maybe she wasn't fucking, bedridden with AIDS at that moment. Maybe she wasn't fucking, you never know.
Well, maybe she was only maybe she was only positive at that point. She didn't have full-blown AIDS, so she didn't actually.
Well, either way, I think we can both say that, Farrell's wrong. That's all that's important.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Now, I'm going to go ahead. According to fucking Reddit.
Write it down. It's 11/12 on the 20th of the 9th. Sorry, the 9th of the 12th. However you guys do it, back and front. And
we call it fucking September 20th.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yay.
Farrell's wrong. It's a holiday.
Doesn't happen much.
I'm gonna start keeping track now, so I can keep the dates.
Why'd you give me the AIDS, Janae? But I just can't believe it's like it hits so different. Like he did so good, and he took care of her, and she gets the AIDS. She gives it to him when it dies, and leaves it with the little AIDS baby, which is also named Forrest.
I think she got AIDS after she gave birth to the kid, because the kid doesn't have AIDS either that we know of, and he doesn't show it.
Yeah,
so we don't know.
If you're happy, you know it. Clap your AIDS. See, nobody clapped AIDS, so you don't know if they have AIDS or not because AIDS can't clap or say anything. It's hidden. It's like a hidden disease.
Maybe if it's not AIDS, it's just clap. Then clap.
Yeah, maybe
it was the murder clap.
Yeah.
It was
or syphilis or herpes or gonorrhea.
Syphilitis.
There's a whole list of things she could have given him.
I like to just call it gonorrhea to just kind of cover everything.
I like the name for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, there's gonorrhea. That's with hepatitis. One of them has herpes and one of them has hepatitis.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gold.
Yeah. So that just kind of covers pretty much everything you can catch on a good old Friday night down in the bayou.
Mm-hmm. That's about all that they got on that.
Right where
here when the kids go to
where Jenny was hanging out, you freaking lore.
When kids go to birthday parties, they get party bags when they go home with little gifts and presents in. So I always tell my kids when they came to the time of going out and shagging things, anything with heartbeats, that, you know, the whole no glove, no love thing, because it wasn't about unwanted pregnancies. It was really about coming home with a party bag of gifts that you get to keep for the rest of your life. So, but I love the hepatocyphalitis one. Is just
Ghana hepatocyphalitis. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ghana hepatocyphalitis. But my boys, like growing up, I always taught them, like, you know, wear a freaking condom. But that was just to keep, you know, I was like, do you guys remember how shitty it was when you were younger and you were living with a dad who was 19? Yeah, just like that. Yeah. So I was like, you guys should probably be adults. But I never discouraged them from having sex, just to use.
Oh, no, me neither. No. It was just about, you know, being old enough to understand what you were doing, who you were doing it with, that you were doing it on your terms, not through peer pressure or anything like that. And that, you know, the problem was that they had one parent who sort of gave out one message to the boys and another. There was a very double standard in our house, which I totally disapproved of. It was like perfectly all right for the boys to be having girlfriends and have them come home, but, you know, the girls absolutely shouldn't be touching a boy until they were married, kind of thing, which is just ridiculous. So, and then his attitude was, you know, never under my roof to the girls, and I was like, absolutely fucking not, absolutely under my roof, thank you. I don't want them in the back of some fucking pub car park, thank you very much. I want them at home where I know they're safe and where they, you know, they've got help if they need it, and they can say no if they want to, and they can change their minds if they want to, and, you know, they can kick them out when they're finished. They don't have to, they're not stuck somewhere they don't want to be, you know.
Get out.
There's nothing worse than feeling that you're trapped and you're stuck there for the rest of the night. You can't get home now, you know, as a teenage girl. That was horrid. I know what that feels like, and, you know, I don't want that for my daughters. So it was a very difficult having that double standard and then trying to work around it without their dad finding out. But, you know, I did it. We managed. But yeah, it just took a little bit of working. But yeah, I was never discouraging from it. It was just to always do it safely. And again, it was, you know, unwanted pregnancies are easier to deal with than an STI or an STD. And let's, you know, aim for not getting anything at all when we're in an age where we can discuss these things openly. We can, there's protection and there's means to actually protect yourself. And then
there's always Plan Z. So, you know, Plan Z was, well, I guess it'd be like Plan L. Well, there was when we were in college, there was we were friends with the ag guys, right? Because the ag guys knew where it was at, right? Like, they were a bunch of cowboys, dude. And you're like, why did they never knock anybody up? They were fucking running around raw dog and everything. There's this magic little compound called lutulase. So lutulase is used to get cows to, like, ovulate all on the same schedule. You just put a little on a dab and you dab it on the cow's back, and the cow will start ovulating within, like, 24 hours. What these fucking ag kids would do is they would take a couple of drops of this fucking lutulase and drop it in, like, the sandals or the shoes of the chicks that would come over to, like, hump, right? And it would cause, hump. It would cause spontaneous freaking abortions.
Oh
They
my God.
never. It was glorious. So like they just like, these cowgirls walking around with like no socks on, just like, just slipping on their slip-on shoes, and little did they know they were getting a little skin absorbable. Make sure there's no little Uncle Jimmy's running around. It was glorious. So they taught us about that, and then we all fucking used that shit. It was fantastic because those girls would try to trap the guys like in med school. They all wanted an MRS degree, right?
Yeah,
like they wanted, they just wanted to become Mrs. Doctor. So they would be like, "No, it's totally cool. I'm not totally on birth control." And you're like,
I'm on the bed.
"No, you're not."
That's what I said to the boys. And even one of my girls was put on contraception for other reasons. And I said that doesn't exclude you from using condoms. Condoms ultimately is the only contraception you're using, even if you've got, and like, in fact, just recently, she only recently changed to an implant because now she's in a permanent relationship, but she's been in that relationship for 6 months using condoms. And it's only now that they're both really, absolutely, we're committed, that they've decided, to try to use something else in order to prevent pregnancy, but open up their intimacy.
I've seen some pretty fucking terrible things happen with those, like the copper IUDs.
I didn't want her to have
travel.
I know, right?
This one chick had to travel to her tent, in her tent. Like it went through the fucking wall of her vagina, through her stomach, and into her fucking tit. And just like, because the corkscrews, every time you move, it just digs.
Here in your arm. Here they put the bar in your arm.
That's a Depo Provera.
Yeah, her girlfriend had it removed from her hip.
Yeah, those work out. Those long-term hormonal birth controls actually work pretty good. But like I'm talking about like the Mirena implants.
That thing sent me fucking troppo. I had to take it out after 7 months.
There's a class action lawsuit about it because it makes women schizophrenic.
Honest to God, I had to lock myself in the toilet. I was scared I was going to hurt my children. And I tried to
makes people fucking schizo.
Yeah. And he was like, no, it's fat. And I'm like, seriously, dude, it's not fine. In the end, I only lasted 7 months. I went and I had it taken out. I didn't tell him I was going to take it out. I told him the day I came back that I'd had it removed, obviously. And then he did this whole, no sex for you. And I just turned around and I said, is that a threat or a promise? And 11 days later, I was pregnant. So, yeah, the no sex didn't last. Oh, my God. And so then the next time I just tried like the plain copper IUD without being fucking soaked in the estrogen, which is the Mirena. They promote it here because they give it on the PBS, on like the public health system, because it's soaked in a drug now. So now it's available, whereas the copper one is not. It's expensive. But fuck, that thing sent me, and I just bled constantly.
Yeah, that's because that thing is sharp as fuck. Have you seen it up close? It's a little copper spiral, but
they're horrid.
The end of it just keeps digging into you.
It looks like the Aries sign. It's like the fucking tube.
Yeah. But then it doesn't ever, because it's copper, it inhibits like the living cells from repairing themselves. So you just fucking keep bleeding. Yeah. Builds up a shitload of scar tissue, and then when they remove it, lots of bad stuff can happen from there. Hey, we have birds. That would be Dad. He's here finally.
Trim.
I will turn this podcast around.
We behave, I promise.
Well, no, we haven't.
Not me. You know better than that.
Never do.
Yeah, I'm not like there's some scary ass shit that I've seen that go on with like Mirena and the other ones like that. Normal people go absolutely schizophrenic on it. Like, like
it ended up giving me something called. It ended up causing me something called adenomyosis, which I had for a long time because I didn't know, and ended up having to have a hysterectomy. as a result, because it caused the lining of my uterus to split, and then endometrial tissue got stuck inside. And then, so every time I'd like have a period, it would cause just cramping. So I was literally like having uterine contractions for like 3 days every month. Like I was in labor for 3 days every month. And it was
here's a pro tip. Next time, try not to be bored of woman.
Yeah, fuck off.
Wait, what did you say? Try not to what?
Be bored of woman.
All right.
Yeah, next go round, choose the Y chromosome and just enjoy life, right? Like you can pee on things, you can write your name on things, you can lift heavy stuff. Life is easier.
I know, right? Like, and you can piss anywhere.
Yeah, no,
I'm pissing right now.
75%. 75% of the coolness of it is just whatever you want, just wherever you want. Yeah. Weird places.
The only thing I'm jealous of, really.
Yeah.
You just pee anywhere. Like, it's not fair.
I'm not gonna say it's not cool, so.
Yeah. No, 100%.
None of you can even dispute that fact.
So we were doing mycology Mythbusters, and somehow we got involved in a very nice discussion that hopefully somebody learned something from.
Right?
Involving birth control.
I learned about split uteruses, and I've only been here 30 seconds. So
yeah. There was that one girl that was born with 2 uteruses, and she got pregnant twice at the same time.
I had a girlfriend that had a heart-shaped one, so it was like a double one.
No, like she had 2. She got pregnant from one guy, and she was a cheating whore, and she got pregnant from another guy at the same time. She had like one black baby and one normal baby.
Normal and black? What does that
That's
mean?
fucked up as well. I want to rephrase that.
He's
no, just slightly.
Yeah.
Well,
oops.
What black and what not black, baby?
There you go.
But like
Caucasian.
She's a white girl, so it's normal for her. Like normal skin color for her.
I guess it's all in how you want to use the words.
It was not like intentionally racist. I try not to be intentionally racist.
I hate everybody equally.
It's done much better if you were professional.
I hate everyone equally.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyhow.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
So, Dad, have you got a myth for us that you can bust?
A myth. See, now I'm behind the 8 ball here. I didn't get the first few myths, but
there was only one, and then it went down a rabbit hole. We haven't done shit since.
What was the first myth? So I get some idea.
And caps and stems. Which one's more potent? We already know.
Oh, we all know caps are more potent than stems.
He told you.
Have I tested that? Hell no. But that's what I've always been told.
Right?
Yeah, well, it's just kids these days and they're like, drugs. Let's see. Myco myths.
Honestly, I think that stems would actually be more potent if I had to guess.
They're equal. They have just a little bit of. There's a slight difference in the makeup.
Just from the biomass, the caps have all the spores in them, and I don't think spores contain psilocybin. So just for that fact, it should be a little bit less potent in theory.
But just let people. If people want to buy all fucking caps off you, dude, and just pay
because they're pretty
much, just let them do it.
Caps look cool.
Yeah, and they're twice as expensive allegedly.
Allegedly.
Biomass, based on biomass, I think you'd be right.
Mushroom myths. I can tell you a mushroom fact. Everybody who finds out anything about mushrooms brings you every mushroom they find in the woods and say, "What is this?" Yeah, I'm not
like
an expert.
Yeah, it's semi-white. It looks like it'd probably kill you.
That's why I always tell them, if I had to guess, I'd say it's going to kill you. That's what I always tell them.
I'm not confident. There's some mushrooms that I would eat, like ones that like chicken of the woods looks like chicken of the fucking woods, right? Like
or morels. Morels are
yeah. And even if you get a false fucking morel, it's still good, right? Well,
yeah, you just got to cook it good.
Yeah, so like there's but as for when you get to like the weird kind of white, vaguely fucking death camp looking mushrooms, and they're like, oh, this one's really good, and this one's gonna fucking fry your liver. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, one of my students brought me one the size of a dinner plate today. He's, look what I found. He's like, what is this? I was like, that's a mushroom.
Congratulations. You have successfully identified fungus. What it look like?
And I said, if I had to guess, it's most likely poisonous. And he starts throwing it down and wiping his hands.
Yeah, like fuck. I didn't know that you could eat the damn puffball things there for the longest time. People eat those when they're like little before they get all like large and puffbally.
Yeah, I've only found one of those around here.
We used to kick them all the time and watch them clouds of shit. Not a big fan. I've heard that the lion's mane or not shaggy manes taste good, but I've never actually cooked one. I've picked them a few times. They look really close to a lot of shit that's not good for you. Unless you found them growing in that weird circle that they do, I'd be like, hey.
The fairy circle?
Yeah. I'd be like, huh. But like now, if you saw something that were like autolyzing and turning black, then I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's probably shaggy mane. But yeah, I just want them for like the black dye.
Like, I can get you lots of them right now. Is the prime time of year here for them.
Nah, I'm good.
But they would all be goo by the time you got them.
Yeah, exactly. You just send me a jar full of, or like a baggie full of goo, which my luck would burst in transit.
Well,
just like
I don't know if you recall last fall, I found a bunch of them and I sent you pictures. I had them in a brown paper sack.
Yeah.
I set it on my lab table, went in to have coffee, forgot about them, went out, and my lab table just covered in black goo by the time I went outside.
Oh, Trimmy, those lights, I installed those today. They are glorious.
Are they not?
Yeah,
very good.
I love them, and they're cheap.
Yeah, $25 a piece, dude. They're not
Yeah.
bad.
Are these like the Walmart brand T8 lights or what?
Yeah. Walmart.
LED 4-foot lights.
LED lights.
Yeah. Sweet.
And they got little pull handles on them just to fire them up and turn them off.
Nice.
Or a little chain, I guess. They're awesome. They're epicness. And they weigh like a half a pound. So they're
I wonder do they make them with like grow LEDs or are they just all white?
These ones are just the like bright white, but I'm sure you could get them with grow LEDs.
It looks like did you see where the FDA or whoever was going to reschedule marijuana to like class 3 or whatever?
Dude, they're getting ready to take everything back in like Colorado and everything. We do whatever the fuck you want state. They're getting ready, and California getting ready to make everything fucking illegal again.
That's Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon, that's where it was.
Yeah, that's Oregon. Oregon, because everybody, like, surprise, took that shit to the fucking extreme. Yeah, where Oregon, like, legalized heroin and meth and shit, and everybody went goddamn ape shit, and everybody moved. All the druggies moved there like it was some sort of fucking mecca, and it turned out to be just an absolute shit show for them, and they wonder why. Like, they're like, surprise Pikachu face. We totally thought this would fucking work. You know? And it's like, anybody could have told you that was a terrible idea. But hey, it was fun watching you collapse. I mean,
yeah.
Just think about what has Oregon brought us since they legalized everything. There was Chaz/Chop. There was just mass riotings. Now there's just like mass fucking lootings of stores where they've closed down and ran off pretty much everybody. Like 3/4 of the fucking major businesses have left Oregon. Like, what has it really brought them? Nothing. It's turned them into one giant ghetto. And now you've got the western part of Oregon. You've got the western part of Oregon trying to petition Idaho to join Idaho and become, like, I guess, eastern Idaho.
Yeah, they're the conservative part of the state.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. I think that we should be able to do that. Like, if you have a part like the northern part of California is nothing like Southern California, right? But they still get punished with the stupid fucking laws that California makes up. So if they want to join a different state, they should be allowed to. It's like, but no, they want the tax money from the working people in the northern part of the state to fund the cesspool bullshit in the southern part of the state. But, yeah. Just like we should put a giant wall around Austin. Just big fucking wall and see what happens. There was speaking of Austin and Austin news. So Austin, there was this really fancy fucking park that they had. Like, if you look at the city of Austin, it's one that, like, they tout as like, oh, it's part of the Greenway, it's Beltway, it's so pretty, it's a great place to bring your family and fish. Anyway, it hasn't been a pretty place in like 4 years. It was just basically a giant, like, trashy, like, homeless camp with, like, knee-deep trash, like, no shit everywhere. Well, it caught on fire and burnt the fuck up because there was a guy there that was making bombs in, like, 5-gallon buckets, and surprise, surprise, he accidentally set one off because he was on meth and he thought it was a great idea, and that just, like, burnt up, like, everything, because it was, like, a 5-gallon bucket full of fucking, like, gasoline, and he lit it on fire and it blew up. Nobody knows. He died, so that's okay. So it was a self-solving problem.
Yeah.
Blew up, burnt everything down. This whole fucking place burnt the fuck down. It burned for hours and hours and hours and days, which was great because it cleaned up a lot of that shit, right? But now they're going back in there and they're finding that there's just like there's like an inch deep thing of like needles and like razor blades and shit everywhere. And they're like, we don't know if we can even clean this up like safely. So I was like, get one of those big fucking cranes with the electromagnet and just go to town. You know, just swing that bitch around and just pick everything up.
That would be fun. I volunteer for that job.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you got like a little old lady stuck to it with her fucking hip or some shit, you know?
Some guy with a metal plate in his head, and he's stuck to it.
Wham!
Singing, I'm a little teapot.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's like, it's like a mile and a half of this area that they just don't even know how to clean it up. They're like, we can't pile dirt on top of it because eventually just erosion and shit will just expose all these freaking needles to people. I was like, dude, just why did you guys let it get this bad? Well, because it's little California. So, and any of our listeners that are in California, we 100% blame you for everything that you've done to that state. The fact that you haven't stood up and burnt that bitch down is 100% your fault. I think they've
actually tried to burn it down a little bit, you know.
But
the forest fires just don't keep going; they stop.
Any sort of separation of Northern California, I fully support. They should become their own state and let Southern California die under its own bureaucratic weight.
Yep. With Hollywood.
Yep.
Hollywood should just have a special.
What has Hollywood even made recently that's a good freaking movie? Like nothing, man. Like I watched a Korean shit on Netflix. It's like way better.
I was about to say I've been watching foreign films now.
Yeah.
And they are so much better than the films coming out here. It's
like
I was watching this, like, all they want to do is make fucking sequels.
More TV series than I do English.
All they want to do now is make sequels or take classics and make them woke.
And
So as far as I'm
It's
concerned,
all about
thinking,
the message.
Yeah.
It's all about the message. And it's like, but you're watching all these like foreign films, you're like, they have like a plot and real heroes and stories, and you're like, wow, this is really nice.
It's very original. Somebody else should try that.
Incredible cinematography.
Right. But and then now they just
beautiful directors.
Now, I had to watch Little Mermaid today because my daughter was running around in her mermaid-like outfit.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
The new original.
The goddamn crab is a fucking horror show. All right, Sebastian is terrifying.
I can't watch the new one. I can't watch the new one.
He's terrifying. It's a goddamn crab. It's like a real crab. There's a little tiny fucking mouth that talks. It's not cute or funny at all. It's terrifying. And then like whoever decided that an albatross should be the fucking seagull, and then the albatross should just like act like it might have multiple personality disorder. I don't know. It's really bad. But overall, they did like the songs were spot on. They did a great job musically. But visually, it was so dark. Like it's really dark. Like visually, it's like dark. Like they're the colors are very muted. Like it was all filmed in like dusk, you know.
That movie was such a huge part of one of my daughter's lives. Like literally every single day for a year or more, she watched that movie, and I just can't possibly do it. It will destroy so much of like.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. Like if you watch the original Ariel and stuff where it was all bright colors, everybody was happy and smiling, and then you watch this one, there's not a fucking smile. There's like maybe 4 smiles in the whole fucking movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
Well, how can you have smiles and be on antidepressants? Come on, like farmers in there. You can't be smileys anymore.
And then the girl that they chose to play Ariel, I don't know her name, but that girl has some pipes. Like she could sing. Like she did a really good job. And even the one that used to that they had play Ursula, the one that like the lady that's most famous for shitting on Bridesmaid, like what was her fucking name?
Yeah,
like
Jennifer.
I think it's so it's like it's coming out of me like lava, you know. Anyway, she did a really good job as Ursula. She did a very good job. I doubt it was her singing because it was too good, but she did a really good job. I was impressed with the music, the visuals. 2 out of 10. But like as far as the music, 10 out of 10. They did a great job.
I don't give a fuck. But then they changed all the fucking songs.
They did change the songs. They're more about like consent.
So if the visuals are 2 out of 10, what's the point of remaking the movie? With all the technology of today, you're remaking the movie. What's the point?
They remade the movie to make it multicultural, and that's it.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. Now, what happens if I take fucking Jump the Broom or some fucking Medea fucking movie and change them out to white people just to make it multicultural? What do you think's going to happen?
I think, sir, that you will get firebombed.
Yes, exactly. But I'm saying, there's no reason to do it. I don't give a fuck if you want to do the original, make it how you want it. But there's no reason just to remake something to go ahead and make it inclusive when everyone's already fucking seen it for 40 fucking years.
Did you see what was happening with Snow White? Like,
I didn't think
I don't even care.
It was non-inclusive in the first place. It's going to make me mad. Who did it exclude in the first place?
They're redoing Snow White, but they redid it.
Is she Hispanic or maybe
no?
Asian?
She's Indian. Yeah. Indian.
Oh, all right. So how about Pocahontas? Is she still Indian?
So are the dwarves no longer dwarves now?
The dwarves. So the dwarves include a non-binary group of married individuals that are have 2 X chromosomes that are different colors.
What?
And there's like So the dwarves are all different. Are all different colors. They're non-binary. They're gender fluid. They're married. Like some of them are lesbians, some of them aren't. They're.
How is that even relevant? I don't understand
because
how it's relevant.
It's the fucking message. It's the message. They keep cramming. They keep cramming this shit down your little kids' throats.
Hollywood should all be burned in hell. I think out of all those people, the people that I used to like, I don't even fucking like anymore. Simply because they're just riding that fucking Hollywood line to keep getting that paycheck, even though they know they're fucking up the whole country.
Dude, they just I don't understand why they've got to cram this shit down kids' throats, right?
Yeah,
like
little kids, too.
Little kids. They're
trying to destroy the family unit. It's just about destroying the family unit. That's all it is.
I mean, I don't even watch our news anymore because it's so bullshit. But when you watch news about us from other fucking countries, it is fucking.
It's quite negative.
It's all negative, and they all make fun of our fucking our president. They make fun of fucking bullshit. The only time I ever see anything positive is like what Keanu Reeves or Johnny Depp, how they are against the Hollywood. I mean, don't get me wrong; they've made all their money already, so they can say what they really want because they don't need the money anymore. But it's just to the point now where it's like anyone that's there that's still fucking working is fucking sucking fucking Hollywood's dick. And they're doing whatever the fuck they tell them to do. Bring me a 4-year-old. All right, I'll go get one. Whatever.
Don't even get me that started with that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The Hollywood is so fucked up, but they've ingrained it in our head that because this person looks good and can act, all of a sudden now they know what's good for the country.
I don't think really acting is that big of a thing anymore. So it used to be that film was very expensive. So people had to be fucking talented, right? Because you'd be like,
to do it.
They'd be like, all right, we've got like maybe 3 takes worth of fucking film to do this whole scene. Exactly. Right. And this scene's 20 fucking minutes. And so they had to be on their shit, they had to memorize lines. Now, every time there's a cutaway to a new person, that's it. Like it's a new take. It's a new take. So if you just think like there's 2 people there talking, a lot of the times they're not even in the same fucking room. Like,
and there's multiple cameras for every angle.
But like let's say like there's been
it's all digital. They can just take as many takes as they like and just copy over, delete.
A lot of times they have like you've got a co-star. A lot of times you have a co-star, and these guys aren't even on the same fucking set. They're not even.
When they're doing animated films, they're not even in the same country half the time.
Yeah, they can just because every time there's a cutaway to a new person, it's a whole new set because it's a different background, it's a different everything else. So you could have Farrell over here in fucking Texas and goddamn Deadpool in fucking Penguinville. And we could be starring in the same movie, an action movie, across from each other, and I'm throwing him fucking magazines and shit like that. As long as we're not both in the same picture, we're not. It doesn't matter that we're fucking 1,000 miles apart because everything's just cut and spliced together to make it look like you are.
And then they're singing. They don't even have to be good fucking singers because the computers fix everything.
Yep.
That's true. All they gotta do is look good.
My voice is not really this velvety smooth. No, this is all Farrell's doing right now.
I've gotten pretty good at it.
I'm really an Asian girl.
Well, that's okay because I'm a French model. So
yeah, giggity.
Speaking of which, I think if I'd like to come back as a hot chick, when I die,
you just said don't be born a woman.
Well, that's because you were complaining about it. I want to be born a hot chick. I'll own the goddamn world. I'll own the fucking world. I will 100% fucking my way to the top.
And there are definitely cons to being a hot chick.
I'm an evil bastard. I would 100% fucking use it to fuck my way to the top.
Yep. But then it's also really hard to get people to listen to you and take you seriously when
don't care as long as I've got money and I can do what I want. I don't give a shit what they fucking. If they care about me, I don't care if I have. Right now, nobody gives a shit about my fucking opinion or what I have to say anyway. Right?
Like, not if they care about you, but sometimes you just want them to fucking listen. Hello, can you just
don't care? Listen? Don't care.
But you know what? If you talk and squeeze your tits at the same time, I bet you people.
They're too busy staring at your tits, and you're like, "Hello, I'm talking." They're busy staring at your tits.
I think you put too much emphasis on being
eye contact. Way too much emphasis
not enough on getting what you want.
Stare at your mouth. They just stare at your mouth, and they just stare at your mouth.
As long as they fucking, let them stare at my fucking, I will just flash them the whole time. As long as the end result is I get what I fucking want, then I don't give a shit if they hear a single word that I said. I don't give a fuck. Because, like, see, that's the magic of tits. Is like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Like that all the time,
see, nobody cares what anybody has to say, like, these days. So, like, it doesn't matter. As long as the end result is I get a big-ass fucking ranch in the middle of goddamn nowhere with my own private plane, I don't care if they fucking heard me say, I love you and want to suck your dick. When I'm just like, I would like a new cow. You know, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. As long as the end result is I get what I want. Then I don't care if I'm heard or understood. Yeah. As long as I get a new fancy ass fucking cow. Speaking of fucking cows. So the wife was that was the best. That was like one of the best segues I've ever done. So the wife was looking at exactly. We get to the mini cows. So the wife was looking at these miniature
cows. Yeah,
they're so cute.
They're all the range right now.
They're fucking adorable. Locally, there's this couple who has a mini Highland, and they charge people $280 fucking for 3 goddamn pictures with the fucking cow.
What?
Yeah.
What?
They load the fucking cow up. They load the cow up in their SUV. They drive it to their house. They let them play with it for half an hour. They go, all right, you can have 3 professional fucking pictures to put on your Instagram or social media or whatever with the fucking mini Highland doing like cute mini Highland things. That's $280 for a half an hour of playing with the fucking.
If I paid $280 for a picture, I'm fucking that cow.
They wash and blow dry those fucking cows so they're all fluffy looking and everything.
The only thing getting blown is me for $280.
$280. I will dry that fucking cow.
That's coming with a happy fucking ending. I don't give a fuck.
I will brush that cow and paint its fucking toenail. I will fucking I'll put wreaths around its horns. I will have that cow fucking be, and then I will drive that fucking cow everywhere and let people take pictures of it. I will walk that bitch downtown and be like, pictures with my cow, $50.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She will suck your dick up for $50.
They will. That's the worst part.
All right. How far was it? 53 minutes till we hit bestiality. That's it. So
if that happens, it usually happens immediately. So it's fine.
That was quite the delay. But like, so I was pricing these little bastards out. Ugly ones, right? Like that are questionable are like $3,500. But if you want like the really cute, actual, like full blood fucking badass ones, they're like $7,500 to $10,000.
That's a lot of blowjobs. That's a lot of blowjobs.
That's a lot of fucking blowjobs. That's like a year's worth of hookers. That's a lot. That's a lot. But the cool thing is that like you can make other cows, right?
You have to buy a pregnant one. That's what they do here.
No, you gotta buy little babies here.
You look for a pregnant one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, there's a waiting list for these little fuckers. It's like a year long. But no, I would want to get a bull, right? of the
because then you can sell him. You can sell him.
Well,
you stud him out.
Yeah, and they're also super. The bulls, the mini Highland bulls, are stupidly fucking friendly little bastards. But I'd want to get mini Highland bull male because I want one of the mini Swiss. Have you seen the little mini brown Swiss? They're little milk cows that are only like 36 inches tall, but they put out like 3 gallons of milk a day.
So what do you got? You got an army crawl underneath that fucker to milk it, or what?
No, you put it on a stand kill.
I'm like fucking scooching over on my back, getting underneath there, squeezing in my face.
No, it's called okay. There's a device called a stanchion. All right, it's a little ramp.
Fucking made up words. I'm fucking sick of it.
And that's a real thing. It goes right next to the whisker biscuit.
We got a nipple biscuit coming up. Nipple biscuit.
So it's a little ramp. The little cow walks up on there. It's got a little trough on one side. Their head goes through the little hole, goes to the trough. Then you push the little bar over so it locks the little head in place. And now they're up high enough to milk. You pop the little. You wash the little teats. And you pop
I've seen one of those in a strip club once, dude. They use them on cows too.
Yeah, we call them streets up here.
Yeah,
imagine so.
Temple Grandin used it in her movie.
Okay, well.
Oh yeah, Temple. I saw that movie. It's a good movie.
Good movie.
What
movie? Are we talking about porn?
Temple Grandin. It's all about cows.
Yeah, she had really bad autism and she could like freaking think like a cow, and she designed like almost all of our meatpacking industry in the United States.
Correct.
Okay, now I gotta watch this.
It's a really good show. It's almost like a documentary, but
I like documentaries.
It's brilliant. It's brilliantly filmed. You'll really enjoy it.
She invented a machine to hug herself because she couldn't stand to have people touch her.
I need one of those.
Yeah, but she loved it. But she noticed the way cows calmed down when they had pressure applied to their sides in the press, in the cow crusher. So then she made this invention, this machine to do it to herself, and realized that the pressure worked for her, like being hugged, but she didn't like being hugged by another human because she's autistic and doesn't like doesn't like contact from another human.
We've came such a long ways. Back in the 50s, they would have just tried to hug the autism out of her. You don't like hugs?
Well, no,
we'll just give you hugs for friggin' 18 hours a day until you like hugs. And if you don't like that, a little electroshock therapy.
Well,
we'll fucking fix you.
Actually, they took her hugging machine away from her in her school. It was a big fucking deal.
Yeah, because somebody dobbed. What's dobbed?
They thought it was a sex machine or something.
Yeah, somebody said it was a sex. Somebody else in the university said it was a sex machine, and so they confiscated and threatened to throw her out. But as a small child, she was mute and for a long time, and her mother was actually told to institutionalize her and that she would never talk. But her mother refused to accept that and worked really, really hard with her for years and years and years to get her to talk. And her mother was, you have to watch it. I don't want to spoil it. Her mother is her life is just phenomenal.
It's just a really good movie all the way around. It was an awesome movie.
Yeah. It's just
what was the name of this movie again? Let me look it up.
Temple
I think it's
Grandin.
Like the story of Temple Grandin or something like that.
That's her name. That's her name.
I'm gonna look this shit up. Sounds cool as hell.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Gradin, Grandin.
Oh man, I'm gonna look at it. I love those kind of books.
It's a fucking movie, girl. Do not ruin this.
Yeah, it's a movie. Yeah, and then she went on to she toured America for years and years, educating about autism. She was one of the first women in America to attend university to study agriculture and farming. Like she had a phenomenal career, really, really phenomenal career.
Very cool. I like this. I will definitely look this up. Anything like that is really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. You'll like it. You won't be disappointed.
I'm downloading it right now.
Good man.
Science. Gotta love some science.
Hey,
all right.
Well, let's talk about everything but mycology.
I can't believe that I have seen a movie that Deadpool and Feral haven't. I never watched TV. It's odd.
I hardly watch TV anymore, dude. I watch fucking comic books. I read comic books and regular books. That's it. I don't waste my time with fucking
watch them.
I read my mycology Bible.
I have I have comic books, but now on YouTube they able to read the comic books to you. Now I've already seen, but it's like an audiobook.
I've seen that.
I watch them all day long, dude. I watch them all day long while I'm fucking working.
I've seen that. I watched one where like Spider-Man stopped holding back and started fucking everybody up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. Oh, very cool. So what were you gonna say? You were like,
oh yeah. So we since we haven't talked about fucking mycology jack shit. We need another a MythBuster. I don't know how the fuck we started talking about mini cows. Farrell had a segue. Farrell had a segue from fucking cows to making cows. I think he planned that one out fucking days ago. He's like Trimmy with his fucking goodbye quotes. Trimmy's been looking that thing up for days.
With what? What have I been looking up?
His goodbye quote.
Oh my god. Just because I have talent, don't be hating.
I don't. I'm not a kink shamer, dude. I'm not a kink shamer. What do you do?
I spit that shit out like rap, man. That's just mad fucking rap on my part.
Mad skills, is that what you're saying? Right?
Barely any Google ever involved, bro. Barely any.
Barely any.
Okay. Almost none.
Let's see. What is going to be a pretty common
a myth?
How about pressure cooker time?
God, dude, I try so hard, but Whitebeard got mad at me the other day for trying to say that like they were doing it wrong. But
Ryan, what happened? I'm gonna throw my 2 cents on this conversation. What happened?
All right. That he was saying that he still has contamination issues unless he pressure cooks for like 2.5 hours. And I was like, okay, well, if you're pressure cooking with all 3 weights on, right? So 15 PSI.
15 PSI, right?
Right? Then anything over 90 fucking minutes is just self-masturbation.
Pressure. But does that not depend on his elevation, Mo? Isn't that supposed to make a difference?
The what?
Elevation. Doesn't that make a difference?
That does make a difference.
Elevation does make a difference. But even at the like 90-minute mark, like I do 25-pound blocks at a time, and they're fucking sterile at 90 minutes. And because I still got some on my counter up here that I've had for God, I don't know, a year and a half now, 2 years. It's perfectly fine. Can knock them up and be good to go. Grain too.
I find if I have a lot of mass in there, even with the pressure, if I have multiple blocks in there, and I get the solid, I know pressure is pressure, and I know 90 is supposed to do it. 90 for me does everything. But if I'm doing blocks, and I have any kind of nutrients in there whatsoever, I still get TAMs if I only do it for 90 minutes.
Are you putting it so the bag, with the open part of the bag is facing up?
Oh, have it facing down so it seals itself when it's done.
If you have the open part of the bag, like the open part facing up, then as it cools down, the pressure from the weight of the bag itself pushes down on the bag and keeps it from sucking air in from outside, or sucking water up from inside that's left over. Does that make sense? So the open part of the bags are always facing up. So like when I load all my shit, I fold it over and I put it in there upside down. So instead of having it like, folding the bag over and putting it so it's facing down on the bag, I have it put it there so that the bag, the opening of the bag, the flat opening part of the bag is facing up and just open. So I have those against the outside, like the open flat part of the bag against the outside of the pressure cooker all the way around. Then in the middle, I have the one turned upside down and shoved in the fucking middle. And what that does is that as it cools down, instead of sucking up water from it that might be left over because it creates a little bit of vacuum, you've expanded those bags during the pressure process. And during the cool down process, they're going to kind of shrink wrap a little. You might suck up a tablespoon of water, but you're going to suck up some air from outside as it cools, especially if it cools down to room temperature before you take it out. In that case, the weight of the bag on top of it will seal it and seal it against the outside as well. So where you have to pretty much peel that bitch apart like a pre-sealed sandwich bag. That you're not going to get any air from the outside sucked in. You're not going to get any water sucked in, nothing sucked in. I think that when you get these large blocks and people are cooling stuff down, they're immediately removing it. They're letting the pressure off, right? Way too fast. And then they're taking that entire thing and moving it off of the heat. That's causing a little bit of vacuum to go inside there and causing it to suck in contaminants from outside. That's what I think is happening with it. Because
when I do mine, I do the regular bags, and I have them so if you put the bag down, it's open end, but then I fold it so that it goes all the way around the bag once, and then it's on the bottom. But the open part of the bag is like, when you say open part, you're talking about the top of the bag.
Yeah.
After you fold it around, so it's not pointing down, it's pointing up.
It's pointed up, sir.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know which way I do it. I just know I have it pointed up, and I have it so that it wraps around the bag, and so that the weight of the bag is on the sleeve.
I have the patches towards the inside.
Yep, I do that too.
Right. And then let me see if I can find a picture and throw it in the Picture-O-Matic here, where I have a pressure cooker loaded up with grain, so that you can so people can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Because I'm a picture whore. Like, I take a fuckload of pictures. But I don't know if I have any exact pictures of this particular scenario. Like, I have 25-pound bags just fresh out of the freaking PC, but they look like they're vacuum sealed because of the way that I put them in there.
Yeah, see, I want to know exactly what you're talking about, because I think I'm in my head from what you're saying. I do it the same way, and sometimes I get great seals, and I get the fucking sealed fucking bag that'll last forever on a shelf, and then other times I don't get them, and I do the same thing every fucking time. So it's weird. It's like sometimes they want to do it, and then I find if I put more than 3 bags in my pressure cooker, that they don't work. The one of them always rips. Weird.
No, I put a shitload of bags in mine. I load my shit up. Let's see. I'm over here. Let me put it into we have a podcast pit, right?
That's why I have Bucket Tech.
The only time I've ever had problem ripping bags is when I cool my pressure cooker down too fast.
I never, ever in my entire life have I ever fucking cooled it down faster. I fucking leave that shit. Once it's done, that sits till the next day before I even move that shit. I mean, unless I'm just doing no soak, no simmer, then you have to open it up whenever you can to do the shake to separate the grains. But I'm not doing that. All mine are fully hydrated when they go in, so they can sit there forever and nothing's gonna bother them.
Maybe you just use shitty bags. I don't know.
Maybe I never use a unicorn bag. I've never used a unicorn bag in my life.
I've never seen a unicorn bag in my life.
No.
I'm popping pictures in.
What'd you call me?
I'm putting pictures into the picture chat. You know, like the picture part.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm looking. I wish I had one where it just shows the actual pressure cooker full. Well, that doesn't work. But I'll take better pictures once I move, and I can actually show you what the fuck I mean here. But does that from those pictures? I think you can, if you kind of look close, you can kind of see how like the flap is open, standing up, straight up, and they're resting on the bend, I guess, and that's how I put them in the pressure cooker.
Hold on,
it's upside down. Yeah, you're probably just playing games and looking at fucking midget porn. Yeah.
Don't fucking judge me, motherfucker.
God damn it.
You got your cow in here. Fucking leave me alone.
Your stud, your big stud bull.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
we milked your cow.
Okay,
you got a cow.
You got to see. I got a. Yeah. Okay. So
I've just been tugging and tugging and nothing.
Bags look nothing like mine. These look like the fucking small little grain bags.
Those are small grain bags. Those are the only pictures I could fucking find.
How's that gonna help me with a huge density of a fucking goddamn motherfucking sub bag?
I am a big ass sub bag. Fine.
Lies!
He's just trying to show you the picture of the fold.
No, that fold doesn't help me because it's not a grain bag. Sorry.
All right, fine. Fuck it. You want to substrate bag?
I want to ask you guys a question. Well, really a question to our listeners. If anybody listening here works for a unicorn company, why the fuck do you charge so much for your bags? I would buy American if I could, but you guys just make it impossible. Okay.
Because they buy them from China. They rebrand them.
All their stuff is made with Chinese fucking equipment, I think. They bought fucking old Chinese fucking grow bag machines, and they just basically moved them here. I think Unicorn's actually all made here, but all they did was they bought a fucking Chinese fucking company's old fucking machinery. So
that doesn't even bother me.
They Alibaba'd that. They Alibaba'd it.
Oh, no, but no, they make it all here now. They have a
They're
company
made
here
in Texas, actually.
No, but they Alibaba'd the fucking
machine.
Yeah.
And I don't care that they got the machine from China. You know, they're making them here in the USA. Sell them at a decent price. Come on, guys.
Well, they have to pay hookers and buy blow, I guess.
I agree with that. But I mean, I want hookers and blow too. So one of us has got to get some hookers. One of us got to get blow. You know, got to leave me something. But yeah, I mean, I buy nothing against Unicorn because I know people that use Unicorn. They love the fucking things. But my bags are the fucking cheapest fucking bag that I could find because the bag means absolutely fucking nothing.
Right. I can buy five.
I can use a fucking Tops. I can use a Tops fucking grocery bag, a grocery store grocery bag, if I'm using a jar for my fucking grain to make a beautiful fucking flush. I can take that grocery bag, throw in some bucket tech, throw in a jar of fucking shit, tie it in a fucking knot, and I bet you that'll grow like a motherfucker. You know, no one needs to buy fucking Unicorn fucking bags with these fucking patches. And or even like the fucking little filter discs with the stickers on there. I always bought the cheapest ones. And no offense to Micropose, because I mean, I'm sure it happens. But I went ahead and I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to change out all my fucking shit to Micropose. And I got 3 sheets of those little sticker discs. Half of one of my fucking sheets, as I tear them off the fucking plastic, the fucking tops come off. They split. So I don't know if that happened to you too. You know, but then I sent them an email. I never even got a response. I'm like, I mean, I don't. They're so fucking cheap. I don't care. But you know, it's like, seriously though, I fucking, you know, but I never had that fucking problem using these cheap ass ones from fucking Amazon. But then when I go with people that are in our community, it's fucking garbage. Not garbage, but I'll tell you this: I have more TAMs now than before I did when I changed my fucking shit. I actually have stuff that I've done the same way for fucking decades, and I had 3 jars that the top was covered in contamination after I changed out everything. So I don't know. Nothing against them. Maybe I had a bad sheet, but I don't know. I was mad.
Maybe you just got maybe you're diseased and you just got like fucking the trick all up in your nose and shit.
It's possible. Like I said, it's not true. The shit's got to go somewhere, and I can't always afford to buy blow.
Bullshit. Anyway, I posted a bunch of pictures. There's some big ass fucking bags in there too. I still do those upside down. So I just like that the fact that the weight seals the bag off.
Yeah, I do the same exact thing, but those are Those are your fucking gourmet bags, I'm thinking, right? All ones, gourmets. Wait.
The all-in-one, well, that all-in-one one, yeah, that was a gourmet for a special client wanted to do this big fucking grow for their classroom, and I was like, okay, and then they did the big fucking grow. They're like, that was really cool. It worked really well. It was like, because I was like, well, you could just mix it and pour it. You know, like I'll send you a grain bag and I'll send you a substrate bag, and you can just go with it. He's like, yeah, but opening it up, it's going to get dirty and contaminated. I was like, fine, I'll just make you one big ass all-in-one. And so I just sent him a syringe of freaking shiitake and alcohol wipes and a little fucking thing.
Why do you have a hammer next to this bag in the picture?
Because I was drunk and I needed a fucking something to show proportions because everybody knows what a hammer looks like.
Okay. Makes sense.
I could have used, next time I'll use a fucking banana. I think banana seems to be like the online version of like, that's what everything, like banana for scale. It seems to be normal online fucking internet shit.
Is that
banana for scale? I don't know what kind of fucking internet you're watching, but if the
Reddit.
Banana for scale is using, that's what they're using. Then, that's
fucking Reddit. It's fucking Reddit. Everything. Like if you're looking at, if people are doing like gun builds, it's banana for scale. People are doing like when they're doing like the hydroponics and aquaponics, like banana for scale.
Oh, that's like picture show, or when people show pictures of mushrooms, they always throw a big lighter in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but so I can't use a fucking hammer or a roll of tape because evidently it offends Deadpool. I'm gonna have to use a banana for fucking scale.
I'm just simply asking what it was for. I'm not that offended, just a little.
It's
like
I
don't know how big a bag is.
Big. It's a big bag. That's a big bag. They fit. I don't know. I've used them to marinate an entire rack of ribs before. So big. They were cheaper than the fucking marinating bags. So I was like, why not fucking just use this? So we're good. But,
makes sense.
Let's see. What about people who use fucking tap water from their municipality tap water? Right? So it has chlorine and fucking chloramines and shit like that in there.
You're going to be pressure cooking it and everything else. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference.
No, to make their when they make their liquid cultures, or they make their fucking spore syringes, and then they sell them to people and they wonder why it doesn't do shit.
Well, people got to realize what is in there. But I mean, if you're making them with those, then I don't know what to say to that.
I use public swimming pool water. It works really well.
The urine, it's the extra nitrates.
Yep.
I mean, because if I'm sitting there with fucking when I actually lived in middle of Buffalo and not on the outskirts. All right,
shit.
It was not fucking kosher, that water. That had to be. I had to leave that on the countertop overnight just so the smell of chlorine and fluorine would go away. I mean, so I'm not sure exactly what happens. I mean, now I have well water that is fucking fantastic, and I could fucking probably just do an LC or a Castanelli Tech directly into my fucking water, I bet, without even fucking sterilizing it. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I think it's got to be detrimental.
Hey, now that we have a podcast, I would like to take a moment and make an impassioned speech and an impassioned a beg to our listeners. Many moons ago, I read an article about people going up into the fucking mountains of New Mexico and Arizona, and they were finding these caves that had just they were just like 6 or 8 feet of giant sloth shit.
Huh.
That sounds like some really good fucking diseases just waiting to come out.
So I just posted a picture. Okay, now understand that this stuff is 25 to 30,000 years old, right? So and then some of it is much older as you get deeper, but it is so well preserved in the back of these caves that it still smells, and you can still break it apart. It's still got organic material in it, and when it's wetted, it can still be useful for fertilizer. And the Native Americans were mining it and using it for fertilizer. So in the back, the stuff that's pictured that I just put up still smells, and that is almost 250,000 years old. I want to do a grow on fucking 250,000-year-old ancient sloth shit.
Oh, right? What?
Yes.
Where did you get? Is that yours?
Road trips? Let's go.
Yes. I'm like, sign me up. I'm good.
If any of our freaking listeners are in the New Mexico or Arizona area, and they are familiar with where all these cave systems are, or
we're starting a special FAFO donation link. Buy fuel road trip.
Send me your shit.com.
Yes, you can either send
we want to send fuel to the shit.
We can do a fucking road trip up there to go and get a truckload of goddamn ancient sloth shit. Could you imagine growing some goddamn shrooms on some fucking ancient sloth shit and then like tripping balls and seeing your ancestors? That'd be fucking amazing.
And imagine the road trip podcast we could do. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, ridiculous.
Fun would be had.
Or even me just sneaking across the border. Just that alone would be worth the podcast.
So this is the ancient.
I'll even fly my airplane live on the podcast.
These are ancient ground sloth. Huge, vicious ancient ground sloths. They would kill short-faced bears with a single swipe. They were living in these caves that they dug into the side of this rock. They lived in these fucking caves and would just like live multiple generations and just shit. And so they would just build the fuck up 12 feet fucking deep in a lot of these cases. And I just want a truck full. I want a truck full. I want to make ancient.
That's a lot. A truck full. That's a lot.
How often are you going to be able to grow ancient sloth shit like shrooms? Are you kidding me? You know how fucking cool that would be?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I 100%. Yeah.
I don't use shit in anything because I think there's no reason for it. But if I had my hands on some ancient fucking sloth shit, I might sleep in that.
Interesting.
What?
Just set aside one bag to just see what the fuck's in it to let it fruit.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, of course. You could just take some
mushrooms
and then take some and hydrate it and see what the fuck grows out of it.
Yeah.
Take some from down deep.
This is how we get those cordyceps that fucking take over human beings. That Farrell's been telling me not to do. That Farrell's been telling me to stop. And now he wants to fuck with ancient mushrooms that ate fucking dinosaurs and shit.
No, not ate dinosaurs. No, but like grew out of slush. Who fucking knows? We might have, the new fucking psilocybin fucking ancient slush shit.
Fucker gives you the power of flight or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the power to make fire. Or like, hunt mammoths. Or flint snap. Or invent language. But yeah.
Use it for the new monster grow with all the albinos.
There you go. Oh, the monstrosity too.
Yeah, okay. Like, if we had bags of sloth shit, I guarantee I would make substrate out of it. I'd make some substrate out of it. There would be like maybe 25% ancient sloth shit. And it would be more like my forest floor, but with ancient sloth shit. And but I would give them away as major prizes, right? Like here's your 20-pound bag of ancient sloth shit. Because it's just so fucking amazing. Like you're talking about stuff like back when like the major glaciation and the bottleneck of humanity was. Back when they were cave painting and stuff like that. You know, like back when there's short-faced bears and saber-toothed tigers. It'd be fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I don't know. It just seems really cool. I geek out a little bit. Yeah.
I've never even heard of that before.
You're welcome. I know a little bit of everything. My brain's Google. So yeah.
You hear that, Trim? You ask him for your fucking goodbye quote.
No. You don't get to. So like the ancient sloth shit, dude. You guys really do need, if you get a chance, to look up the actual story behind it. Like, it's pretty cool.
I bet you there's some up here. I have all kinds of caves and old shit around here with bats. I would find them. Get me some good guano. Guano,
yeah. Are there ever sloths there?
No sloths. Too cold for sloths. Maybe penguin.
Guano, shit. Definitely.
It's the Shasta Ground Sloth. I don't even know how to say their fucking name. Neanderthal shastiensis.
What'd you just call me?
I know, right?
What you call my mama?
Turn this car around, Dad.
So they went extinct 13,000 years ago. So their poop's got to be like
pretty old, at least like that
way older than that. But it's really pretty cool. Like the National Geographic did a story on it in 2012. So the reason that the avocados even exist is because of the ancient ground sloth spreading avocados everywhere. It's pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah. They used to be enormous, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they were huge. They swallowed the seeds whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're these Shasta ground sloths. Like, how big are the fucking things? Let's see. Shasta ground sloth. I don't care what you say, dude. Just okay. 9 foot tall.
What?
500. Yeah, 550 fucking pounds. Okay.
Shit.
Some of them easily weighed over 2 tons and were 20 feet long.
Fuck, that's one hell of a sloth.
Right? No, these weren't like your friendly, happy, slow TikTok sloths like everybody takes pictures of. These little bitches would fucking eviscerate bears with like you know, and just like claw a bear to death. You know, like a short-faced bear, which didn't fuck around. Short-faced bears.
Wasn't there a fucking huge sloth in the last Jurassic Park? Wasn't that fucking one of those fucking? Remember what I'm talking about? The blind one? Wasn't that a sloth?
I don't know, sir. I didn't watch that. I quit watching them because they became weird. Like, they became weird.
Too ridiculous.
Yeah.
I barely watched.
Once they started making attack random animals, there were just mixtures of just random shit to attack people and training them, I was like, and we're done.
You mean real life? What they would really try to do anyways?
Well, is that kind of like Fast and the Furious 432?
No.
Yeah. like Fast and the Furious 432. I mean, just Jesus Christ. How many of them the fuckers do they need?
I thought everybody died in the last one.
I don't know.
They all die at the end of everyone, but yet everybody seems to come back to life for the next one.
I haven't watched it since the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that the one of the driver guys on there, I guess the blonde, the
one he was Shark Week. He was a cool dude. He had all that stuff on Discovery Channel with Shark Week.
Didn't he die?
Yep.
Yeah, he died doing what he loved. He died crashing his car at high speed. So
I'm glad that a Fast and the Furious guy went out that way. I mean, I'm not glad he went out. I'm just the method.
We would all be lucky to die doing what we love. All right, most of you are going to die pooping, honestly. So
yeah.
Well, don't we actually poop? Don't we actually poop after we die? Isn't it like one
or both? The other? Or both? I mean, you can have both.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the last thing you do.
So does anybody have any stories that have morals to them? Because I think we've told like a bunch of
what the fuck are you talking to? Morals.
Yeah, like because we've told a bunch of stories, but they've all been fucked up this episode. Like this episode has been like, don't have sex, you're gonna die, or like or like it's just been.
All right, here's your story. There I was, tied up, motor oil smeared all over my body.
Is this how he met his wife? Crawled out from underneath that large excavator, and she looked at me, and there's just like sparkles in her
She
eyes.
came in with a saddle and a shed of jumper cable.
I knew she was the girl for me. Alligator clamps, perfect fit on my nipple rings. America. But nobody has a wholesome story.
Dad, we never knew about.
Have you ever heard me say anything wholesome the whole time we ever known each other? When?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think people can live in hope.
Yeah, that's about it.
Gives them something to look forward to.
Let's see. Something wholesome.
I mean, I might as well just be a whole punch. About as wholesome I'm getting.
I can't think of anything wholesome.
I did take my 18-year-old for her first mushroom experience.
Oh,
that was really wholesome.
I think.
Would you like to hear about that?
Yeah,
I think you told us about that when you were on last time.
This was
2 weeks ago.
You guys got all like
at a park. You went to the park. You put blankets up.
It
was pretty.
Yeah.
I remember everything.
Oh, damn. Go you. Well done.
Just because I'm an asshole doesn't mean I forget anything.
No. She actually asked if we could do acid yesterday and watch The Wall.
I don't know.
Oh, shit. Yes. Watch you do that one, and then you play Pink Floyd. I mean, they're awesome. Watch Wizard of Oz and play Pink Floyd while you're doing the mushrooms.
Oh.
They actually sing together. They sing together. I forget exactly what word to start the album, but it's great. But you have to make sure you have the one with the body in the back. Yes.
The one with like the actual dead person.
Yes, with the dead person hanging. If they've taken that out, it will desync the whole show.
Wizard of Oz original.
Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd. How to view the Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd. So it's an urban legend that claims if you play Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon while watching Wizard of Oz, that there is synchronicity. We've tried it. Here are the results. Anyway, who the fuck is writing this article? Gold Mine? I don't even know if this is a real thing. Here's how to make it work. Insert the dark side of the CD player, press play. Once the album starts to play, press pause, then press the track rewind to make sure the very beginning of the first track. Set your CD player for album repeat. Start the Wizard of Oz DVD. Go into the menu, choosing subtitles, play with the music because it lets the music take the spotlight. Wait for the black and white MGM line to appear. Once he roars for the third time, hit play on the CD. Press mute. It says press mute or turn the volume down on your TV and crank up the volume on your headphones. Yep.
Told you. And it's not. And okay, here's what I can say. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not obviously perfect, but the major points of the show coincide with the fucking music fucking perfectly. And then, because you're getting really fucked up while you're doing it, so it becomes so awesome halfway through that you just don't know what to do with yourself.
Cool. We'll do that. Because The Wall, the movie, the Pink Floyd, there's the movie which does the whole album as well, which is really nice.
The Wall was a great movie as well. I love that show.
So she wants to do that next. So that'll be our next project.
According to Pink Floyd, according to Pink Floyd, he said they denied rumors outright that the Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason, giving one of her favorite answers on MTV in '97. It's absolute nonsense. It has nothing to do with the Wizard of Oz. It was all based on the sound of music. So I don't think that
they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't do it on purpose. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it coincides with it. Yeah. I'm not saying they watched The Wizard of Oz and came up with a fucking soundtrack. No.
Yeah. It's just one of those things.
It's in the eye of the beholder, my friend. Just like you think forest floor is good, and I think it's garbage.
Forest floor is fucking amazing. And a lot of our listeners would stab you in the fucking kidneys because they have had great success with forest floor.
Well, that's like if you have great success with regular shit, but then a cat sat on your fucking tub while it was fruiting. You're going to think the cat that sat on your fucking tub was the reason. So,
no.
Yep.
The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought it was a Connor, but the cat came back the very next day. God damn it. Where's that from?
I have no idea.
It's a children's song, and that's now I can't think of the next line.
That is bad.
Yeah, it has a bunch of lines, but all I can think about is like, have you seen those hairless cats? And when they sit down, they leave like
Mr. Bigglesworth. Mr. Bigglesworth.
Little asshole prints everywhere. Just little asshole prints everywhere. It's like,
they smell really bad, those hairless cats. They've got this weird musky scent to them. They rank.
I'm not a cat fan. I know that's my cat's period.
I thought you said cats were the devil's fucking flashlight.
Flashlight.
No,
the cats are the devil's flashlight. Yeah, okay. But they would still eat you. Yeah. They will still eat you. You could stub your toe really hard and fall on the ground, and they would jump off their perch to attack you and start eating your face. Like, cats will fucking eat you.
My cat's smart. She's not that smart.
Every little old lady with cats, because her family forgot about her once they moved her into the elderly trailer park, believes that Fluffy won't fucking eat them and actually loves them until they break a fucking hip and Fluffy eats their goddamn tits and face off.
Once I'm dead, they can eat what they like. I don't care.
No, they don't even wait. Okay, so like one of the most fucking, I think I've told this fucking story out here before. One of the most horrifying fucking calls we ever had was it was a wellness check, right? This little old lady missed fucking Sunday, right? Like she always went to church, always went to fucking church. Her family had moved out of state, and so she always went to freaking church. And they were like, "Hey, we need to go check on Mrs. fucking, I don't remember her fucking name, so and so. You know, she lives down yonder in a little fucking trailer park. She's living in a third trailer and left is a little single wide, blah 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 blah. She's alone, and her family all lives out of town. All right, fuck it, whatever. We'll go check on her." So we get there, and we walking up the little stairs, like to her front door, and look over, and there's a fucking kitchen window, like in this, like a single wide trailer. There's a fucking cat sitting there, and there's all these bloody fucking footprints on the fucking window, and bloody like, yeah. So I'm like, can we just burn this fucker down? Like, because I've seen this movie. This is like a goddamn Stephen King fucking movie. We're gonna open that. The hellhound's gonna like right to my fucking neck, right? Or I'm gonna get anally violated by some sort of fucking alien. Like, I'm not down for this shit. So we call the name a bunch of times. Don't really like hear much. Just some like rando noises from the inside. So we're like, fuck it. It's a flimsy ass door. They're like the aluminum panels on the outside, the inside, and then like styrofoam core. So you just yank real hard and the fucker's open. So pop the door and go inside. There are thousands of bloody footprints, cat footprints everywhere. Everywhere. Every fucking surface has goddamn cat footprints on it. We go in there, we find her where she had fallen down, I guess, while washing dishes, because she had this like knitted, like it used to be real popular to knit rugs from like rags, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So she had this multicolored knitted rug, and I guess she got her foot tangled in it and fell, broke a fucking hip. Yeah. And you could see where she crawled around all through the fucking house. And then at some point, her cats decided that she was delicious. And she had a life alert, but it was up on the counter. And all her phones and everything were up on the counter, and she couldn't reach anything. Yeah. So at some point, the cats started eating her fucking ass. And so you could see where she like rolled over to try to protect herself and started leaving blood smears. And the blood smears went through the fucking bedroom, through the fucking, like every bathroom, all the fucking way. And she's crawling and dragging herself around. And then she finally gave up in like the kitchen again. And there she is laying on her fucking back. And her tits are fucking gone. And her cheeks are gone. Her nose is gone. And I was like, oh, she's dead. Right.
Well,
she's got to be fucking
dead. Those are the most delicious birds.
I was like, she's got to be fucking dead. She's like, you know, in her late 70s, early 80s. She's got to be fucking dead. And the whole time, my partner was like, fuck these cats. And he's holding like the big jump bag up, like in front of him, like a shield. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, and the cats are like all happy to see you. So they're trying to rub against you and shit. I'm like, God damn, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm like, just trying to casually like yeet and kick the cats. Like, just right in the cat kidneys. Like, you know, just like get them a fuck away from me without like, you know, stomping their heads in. Just like move them away with my foot in a moderately aggressive manner without bouncing them off walls. And all of a sudden, like I was like, my partner was like, "Yeah, dude, she's dead. She's fucking dead. Let's get it. It's dead." And then right as we're like about to turn around, she blows some fucking bubbles, some blood bubbles. So we're like, oh, fuck. So we go check. She's got a fucking pulse. We pick her up. We drag her ass out of there. We get her to the truck. We start fluid rehydration on her, but she didn't have any fucking veins. So we ended up doing an interosseous. So we drill holes in her bones and put the IVs through there.
Yeah.
Hung a bunch of fucking fluids, put her on EKG, cardiac monitor, super fucking bradycardic. We get her to the hospital. She lived for like a week in the hospital, finally died from infections. But never really regained consciousness, and they were trying to. I don't know what they fucking did with the cats, but there's no goddamn way anybody in that city, because it was a smaller town. There's no way anybody in that fucking city of like 8,000 people was going to adopt one of them fucking cats, because word got around that volunteer firefighters can talk the fucking storm up. Those the volunteer firefighters were telling everybody and their mom about the fucking man-eating cats. But there was like 6 or so, all different kinds. Like, you know, there was a ragdoll.
They're locked inside and there's no food source.
She missed 3 days. 72 fucking hours. And the cat jumps on you. It's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this shit. Human. You know, and let's contrast that with the fucking story about what happens when a fucking dog, right?
No, a dog would never. A dog would mourn on your grave for 10 years.
That's exactly what fucking happens. We show up, nobody's seen this old guy for a couple of weeks, right? Because he wasn't like super popular, he's kind of an asshole. But like his paper boy's like, hey, yes, I haven't get paid. Like fucking somebody's there and kind of smells. So we fucking show up, dude's obviously fucking dead. You can smell the dead, right? So the cops go inside. He's dead. His dog's fucking dead next to him. His dog just laid down and fucking died. Dog had a doggy door. He could go outside all they wanted. Come in and outside all they wanted. And then fucking it just laid down and fucking died. Another time, we had a guy that had a fucking stroke. We get a fucking call. We go there. The dog's defending the guy, right? Like the guy died, but he's defending the dead body, not fucking eating it. God, cats are terrible. And that's one of probably 30 fucking cats eating people stories I have. There was a baby that died of SIDS, and the fucking cat started eating the baby. Started with toes and fingers.
Shit.
Oh, those sound delicious too.
Yeah.
Sauteed, absolutely. With Chianti and
cats are fucking evil, man. Like, I'm not a big fan.
Hello, buddies.
That's why I say cats and devil's fleshlight. Because of it. Just, I'm like, you can have a cat like Mr. Sniffles, and you just like stub your toe real hard, and the cat's like, wow, like off the top shelf, right in your jugular.
He's just trying to put you out of your misery.
Cat
trying to help you out.
Cat ain't loyal.
Hold the pillow over your face.
Right?
Yes.
That's the sound they make, yeah.
Just use my stomach. What the hell? Don't need the pillow. Just use my body.
Cats are evil. Anyway, that's all I have for today. What do you guys got?
That was a good morals fucking story, Farrell. Thanks for that.
Welcome. Cats are the devil's fun. I miss my dog. All right. Let's who's got something nice to say as usual? Let's start with Deadpool. What do you
I ain't doing it.
Oh, I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I heard something because I was watching
Google,
YouTube earlier today. Advice is like mushrooms. The wrong kind can prove fatal.
What?
Okay. So if you put your dick in a vice, it's fatal. Something about a mushroom. What does this mean? I'm confused.
Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in a chicken.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
that went very quickly.
Was that my inside voice or my outside voice?
That was inside. I didn't hear you say anything, Trim.
Oh yeah.
totally not. Totally normal voice. Okay. And then let's go with Blue. What do you got?
Her name is Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
I'm not going to say.
Illuminati.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Doesn't mean you need to share it.
That's
but that's not cool. Everyone needs to share their asshole.
My beef is strong.
There was a
Not all
what
the
was
time.
that? There was a trend there for a while. What was it called? Where everybody was like sunning their assholes. There was a trend there for a while.
What?
Asshole bleaching.
No, people were like, there was a fucking word for it, where people were like sitting there like sunning their taint and sunning their fucking assholes. Like,
really?
Okay. That must be a Texas thing.
All right, let's fucking ask.
It's a yoga pose.
Obviously, what's it called when people sun their assholes? It says sin. No, sun. Perineum tanning. It's also called butthole sunning.
Harold, bleeding to death. Harold.
It's
That's
to harness your solar energy with your butthole, says science.
It's to what? Harness your what?
Your chakra.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, like Vice did a whole thing about it. Okay, well, things, dumb ways to die.
Till they work.
I'll take it under consideration. I'll let you know how it works out.
All right, Dad. Trev, what do you got besides butthole sunning?
Well, Deadpool seems to have some aversion to Alphabet Corporation. I don't know why.
The fuck?
That's the company that owns Google. I will give you a little bit of advice that my dad used to give me every time I go out.
Stop touching yourself like that.
Son, be good. If you can't be good, be careful.
If you can't be careful,
that's good advice for the day.
Wear a condom. If you can't wear a condom, go anal.
Do it anyway. Do it anyway.
Anal, make her swallow. If you can't swallow, hand jobs. If you get hand jobs, she's probably dead.
Yeah, I'll give you a twofer. The day my dad dropped me off to college, He pulled me aside and he said, "Son, never stick your dick in nothing you won't marry." That was his other bit of advice he gave.
And yet we've talked about chickens.
I didn't say I listened to him. I'm just telling you
I guess it really depends on the chicken. It's like, was it one of those really rare chickens? Is it a expensive chicken? Is she extra fluffy? I don't know.
Right?
Okay. So something coming from me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see here. Cats are the devil's fleshlight. Don't turn your back on them. They will eat your face off. Meow. With that being said, thank you guys. We love our listeners. If you would like to buy any sort of stuff related to cultivation, if you'd like to get a hold of some grain spawn or some substrate of some type, you can always get that through Deadpool, except for Forest Floor. You're going to have to make that yourself because he's a fucking communist and he hates that shit because it smells like freedom, and freedom is not something that he does up in the frigid north while fighting penguins. If you would like to get any sort of, send us any sort of hate mail, you can do that through the faffacult@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to become on this show, you can go ahead and drop us a line that way as well. If you'd like to send us any sort of financial, compensation for being fucking amazing and providing you entertainment on a weekly basis, you can do that through the Venmo. That's going to be at FatFoodCult, or you can do it through the Cash App. That'll be $FatFoodCult. I apologize to people who have previously donated, but I did not know that I had to go on and accept stuff that was in a Cash App. I promise that I will accept it this time. My bad. Damn it, if you would like to support us another way, but get some really fucking cool, sweet ass merch, you can do that through the faffacult.etsy.com. We have patches, journals, mugs, shirts, all sorts of fucking cool ass shit up there, and new stuff added periodically whenever we are not drunk. With that being said, we love our listeners, and thank you very much for listening, guys. We appreciate it when you tune in every week, taking time out of your week to listen to the drunk rantings of me and my fellow mycologists on stuff that doesn't matter to anybody at all in the greater scheme of things. It is amazing, and we love you for it. And bring me some goddamn soft shit. Jesus Christ. Some of you, one of you, out of the thousands out there has to have a line on sloth shit. I want some sloth shit.
I got some, Farrell. I'm going to send it to you in a bag.
Yeah, I doubt that. Why is there corn in this? Corn came from Mesoamerica. That was like way after the Shasta Sloth died. Like, there's corn in here.
Don't think too hard on it. Just
what?
Tell me how it. Send me some pics. I want to see you working with it.
I want to see what grows. I want to see what grows out of it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Some hookers and blows will come out of that motherfucker.
Dude, you never know. I mean, it whatever it was, whatever was in the Shasta Sloth shit, inspired our ancient relatives to do cave art. So there you go.
Yeah.
Mike, Super Short Show.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening, and maybe some Shasta Sloth shit. Say that 3 times fast. Thank you, guys, and goodbye.
Later.
Bye.